Hello, everybody. Paul and Michael here. Hope you're doing well. We have a very important video to make today, and we're going to start doing these videos at least once a week. So we'll put them on my POV and we'll advertise them on Twitter and Facebook. So please check them out. Um, if you haven't been made aware of it, there are some groups masquerading as charitable groups for autism advocacy. Um, this is becoming especially true on Twitter. I think they were based on Facebook for a long time. I think Facebook booted a lot of them off. And now they're hitting Twitter very hard. At least I hadn't encountered them until the last month or so. And this is a very dangerous thing. These people are not autism advocates. These are actually hate groups. There seem to be a lot of people who self-diagnose themselves, and I'm not going to get into that. If you self-diagnose yourself, okay, I don't personally agree with that, but that's not the issue. I don't have a problem with self-diagnosis other than the fact that I think it should be done professionally. That's just my feeling, but we're allowed to disagree. Let's remember that. But a lot of these people assume they are autistic based on what they've observed. Autism is very complex. No two people are alike. But these people assume they're autistic and assume that they can use that as an excuse to be jerks. That's the whole thing in a nutshell. And what's worse is these people are harassing people who are genuinely autistic and even people who have other disabilities, even physically disabled. The most recent one I saw today was attacking a young girl in a wheelchair and telling her she needed to do everybody a favor and dive into a swimming pool full of chemicals. That's the kind of thing these people are tweeting. That's not advocacy. If you're confused about what's advocacy and what is a sham, any group that is out there promoting hatred and telling people to jump into a swimming pool full of chemicals, somebody in a wheelchair, okay, that's not advocacy. All right, that's hatred, it's harassment, and frankly, it's getting pretty close to being a terrorist organization. I know they're not killing people, but they are certainly doing harm. And these groups attack and harass truly autistic people, their families, and others. They don't like the autism community, probably because they know that a lot of people in the true autism community can spot them as phonies and know that they're a scam. And they also, I think, fear being diagnosed because they're afraid they won't be autistic. To them, autism is a cool way of life. They are free to be weird and wacky and not fit in with society, and they think that's great. So they've made this cult. Let's call it what it is. It's a cult. Cultism is rampant right now. Here in the United States, we saw 4 years of Trump cultism, and it was scary to see just how much support there is for Trumpism, which is really fascism. But it's still with us, and also I think Trump enabled lots of the vermin of society to come crawling out from under their rocks and be assholes. And that's what these people are. They're not advocates. They're being assholes. They like getting attention, and they like trashing people. They spend all their time online just trashing people. I don't think they work for a living. Some of them, I think, are making some money at this. I think some of them have set up what they call charities, which, again, are not charities, and we're going to be looking into that, some friends of mine and I. But they are really practicing internet terrorism. And this is making it very hard for those in the autism community and those with any kind of disability, because people see these horrible posts on Twitter and they say, man, these autism people are nuts. I don't want anything to do with them. So they are giving everybody a bad name, and they're giving people like Glenn Beck and other radio personalities or TV personalities, who I won't mention, Tucker Carlson, they're giving them the license to say that autism is just it's just BS. These people are aiding and abetting people like Tucker Carlson and Glenn Beck and people who claim autism is phony. These people are doing a lot of harm. In addition to that, they're just being really disgusting to people who have a genuine disability. People who don't have any control over the disability they have, these people are picking on them. And that's about as low as you can get as a human. When you're picking on somebody with a disability, you can't get much lower than that. You've pretty much become scum. Remember Donald Trump picking on the reporter who had a disability? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. These people are pretty sick. They really need some serious mental help, and I suppose it's a good illustration of how we need to improve mental health care, because there are a lot of people out there who are really mentally unstable, and these are some of them. So please don't be fooled by it. Remember, a true autism advocate is not going to tweet hate or trash somebody publicly. We may not agree with you all the time, but we're not going to send out personal tweets telling you to die, or you know, or putting you on a blacklist. An advocate is somebody who's going to speak up, and sometimes they might be a little bit tough about it, but they're not going to practice hatred. So that's how you tell the difference. And please, if you see these people reporting or people tweeting these horrible things, or putting them on Facebook or any social platform, a lot of it has been on TikTok too, please report it. The problem is too many people let it go. We can't do that. We have to report these things, and we have to stand up to it. You can't fight every fight, but this is one that needs to be fought, and it needs to be won. People with disabilities have a hard enough time fitting in without people like this. So please remember, please report it, and you say bye?
Bye.
Thank you for listening, and please check out our other videos as they come in the future. Thank you.
Bye-bye.